Welcome to Profiting Forex Trading. I'm glad to come your way again today. I want to show you yet another profitable strategy, and I'll be using just about 4 indicators. Make sure you follow me closely. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly make sure you subscribe, like the video. And this strategy is actually free. You can chat me up on my Telegram group. Okay, let's move on to today's tutorial. Now, the first indicator I'm going to add to this chart is a symbol changer, so that we'll be able to change from one pairs to another. And here I have my pairs already. You can just type the pairs you want and separate it by comma. Like for instance, G, Great Britain spans AUD, just like that, comma, and add the other one. But I have my own already, so let me just paste it, and here is it. Then change this auto to manual. Then the pairs I want only, let's use 3. Okay, arrow. The time frame, just change it to false. Then you are okay. And here is it. Now we have all the pairs on the chart. Now we have all the pairs. So let me add the other indicator. I'm going to add the other indicator right now, and here you don't need to change anything. Everything is okay like this. You don't need to change anything from this setting. It is simple. Just click OK, and here is it. We have it. And if you want to turn it off from your chart, you can actually turn it off by clicking this on and off button here. Okay, the next one I'm going to add is actually MACD. It's MACD. Okay, and here is it. Every other thing is okay, so just click okay. You don't need to change anything except this. I would like to change this, the color, and give it level. This black, let me change it to white. Then the level, you can add level to it so that we know where this histogram actually cross the 0 line. So let me use yellow so that it can be glaring. I'm going to use yellow. Okay, all right, and here's it right now. So the last indicator I'm going to add, let me look for it also, and here is it. So you can actually get all this online, but my work is to actually gather the indicators that are working and are combinable together, so that it can give us a good strategy. And that's what I have done. And I don't want the alert, but if you want it, you can just leave it. Let me leave it the way it is, but I don't like alert anyway. Just click OK once we are done. Now we have the two indicators right now. We have the two indicators right now. but I would like to actually want this one to be the last this indicator, so I'm going to delete it and add it again. Hope you are following me gradually. So once I attach the last indicator, I'm going to show you how this thing actually work, how it work. Let me add the level again and change the color to yellow. Don't let us use broken line this time around, and then this I want to change to white. I might reduce it a bit. Okay, now we have all the indicator that I want to use right now on the chart, and you can press Ctrl G on your keyboard to remove the grid, and here's it right now, and Ctrl Y to actually demarcate each day. Okay, now we have a good setup right now, and all the indicator I added on the chart does not actually repaint, and that's why it's a good strategy also that you can actually use. The other thing I would have liked to add to this chart is either pivot point, but I didn't do that. You can add that to your chart to actually know where to put your take profit, where to target. So having said that, let me explain how this simple strategy work. As you can see on the chart, without me explaining anything or telling you how to use it, you will understand that it's simple, that once you see your graph, your chart, you will know what to do. It is simple as ABC, and this strategy actually work well on any time frame. And here is it on the AUD, Australia dollar and USD, and as you can see on my chart right now, you will see at this point we have this changing color to actually green at this point, to green at this particular point. Change to green at this particular point. As you can see here, the blue indicator actually gave us a signal at this point, also turned to green, and this cross the zero line at this point. So if you check it closely, you find out that at this point we have a good setup for a buy, and then once you place your buy order at this point, your stop loss will be few pips below the previous low. And then here is it, and then here is another point that this actually cross below the line, telling us to actually sell, and then this actually gave us a confirmation also to place order for a sell. But when you check the last indicator here, it didn't cross the zero line. It didn't cross the zero line of MACD. So since it didn't cross the zero line of MACD, we are not going to place this order for a sell at this point. It is not valid. You must make sure that everything is in agreement before you place your order. And a few hours later, we have this in confirmation, breaks above this net, and we have every other thing. This was still in uptrend anyway. The MACD down here is an uptrend, and this actually joined it again, and you place your order a few pips below this previous low here and ride the trend. This is actually a good strategy, and you've checked the previous signal here also, it gave us a good buy at this point, and here is a sell also signal at this point, that at this point everything was in agreement for a sell. Let's check a couple of pairs and see how this thing actually work. Let me check Great Britain pounds and Australia dollar, and here is it again, another one at this point here, and the confirmation actually happened here for MACD. So at this point we place our order for a buy at this point, this was actually the right place to actually place your order, and the stop loss the previous low before this signal was generated. And the next one we have this. The next signal was actually this for a sell, and this was actually in agreement at this point. Yes, the stop loss will be few pips above the previous high also, and this actually give us a good good trend. As you can see, for a few days, like 10 days, we're in downtrend, though this one broke above this, but the MACD didn't was not in support of this signal, and so we have to ride this trend to the end. And this is how this strategy actually work. Let's check GG also, few pips and few pairs, and here is it, a good one, and here is it, a good one, a good ride. And if you check this shelf again, same thing, it's just the same process. And if you want to trade indices, I prefer that you use it on lower time frame, like 15-minute time frame. As we can see right now, this is 15 minutes and this is US 30, and this actually work well also. And this is buy. From this point we have a buy signal at this point, and every order was in agreement, so you place your order and stop loss will be previous low below this. And at this point you saw this actually broke out of this channel, but if you look at MACD, it was not in agreement, so this is invalid. We cannot place order for this, and the trend actually continue. So this is how this particular strategy actually work. It worked fine and it worked very well. So you can use it on 1 hour, or check the other time frame that you are familiar with or you want to use. It depends on your personality. And this is how to use this particular strategy. It is very simple and anyone can actually use it. Just make sure you follow the 3 rules and make sure they are all in agreement before you place your trade, and you will actually succeed using this particular strategy. I have tested it and it worked well, and that's why I'm sharing it. If you are familiar with my channel, I do not share what I have not tested because it's working fine, and that's why I decided to share it. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly make sure you subscribe. Till I come your way again, I remain your friend Joe, and bye for now.